Wow. You know, if you close your eyes,
Oh,
it
yes.
really doesn't feel like much time has gone by, does it? Hello, Greg Sherwood. Pleased to be in the studio here with Maria Lopez of KKSF 103.7. And there's more music from the days of future past and the rest of the Moody Blues album still to come in tonight's concert. But in this very short break, we need to hear from past and future fans of KQED. Please call now with your pledge to 1-800-568-9999. Your source for great television.
Special thanks to Western Messenger Service, serving Greater Bay Area businesses since 1979. Special thanks to Chipotle, with 24 Bay Area locations, for providing dinner to our pledge volunteers tonight.
Installment plan to spread your payments out over a whole year on your credit card or through a monthly transfer right out of your own checking account. You can get all the details once you make your way to our website or joining us online at kqed.org.
If you've never made a pledge before, you'll be surprised at how fast and easy it is.
More than half of our budget here at KQED comes from individual contributions. So if you've always thought that someone else would pick up the tab for public television, please think again and call us with your pledge.
If KQED is your source for concerts from classic bands, fascinating science and nature programs, great drama and dance, local arts and restaurant reviews, and the best children's shows on television, let us know. We can count on you for your help.
And please remember, you can make your contribution on an easy installment plan, so ask about it when you make your call. We've got a room full of volunteers who would love to hear from you, so please don't sit back and hope that somebody else is going to do your share. Help us keep the challenge money that we can get from Noriega for Classic. And after more than 30 years of touring, Nights in White Satin is still the one song they have to play at every show. And guess what? It's coming up in the next act. But you can hear it again with one of our thank you gifts if you call us at the $75 pledge level or more. Join us at that level and you'll receive the DVD of tonight.
2 recordings to enjoy for years to come. And our installment plan will let you spread those payments out over a year with your credit card or a monthly transfer from your bank.
Now, we'll be returning towards earning us that extra money. So why don't you make that call right now to 1-800-568-9999.
Thanks for doing your part, and we'd also like to extend our gratitude to Zoe's Cookies and Other Delights in Richmond for their contribution to our fundraising efforts.
And there's the last acts coming up of the Moody Blues at the Royal Albert Hall. You know what? It's another program made possible by your support for KQED San Francisco, a service of Northern California Public Broadcasting, and of course, your source for great television.
Special thanks to Crystal Geyser Water Company for providing juice squeeze and sparkling mineral water for our pledge volunteers.
If you'd like, use an installment plan. It's a great way to support KQED while keeping things pretty easy on your budget. And one of our volunteers can take care of all the details for you in all of about 2 minutes. We'd love to say thanks for your support with a gift of music from the Moody Blues, but we can't.
After a re-release. In 1992, the Moodies performed their first concert with a live symphony orchestra at Colorado's Red Rocks Amphitheater and made millions of new fans when the show became a PBS special. After Red Rocks, they found themselves in demand by orchestras across the country. Not bad for a group that couldn't even get a gig at their local brewery when they started back in 1964.
Now, of course, being on public television is no absolute guarantee of fame and fortune, but it does mean being seen by a wide audience of, intelligent, discriminating viewers. They're some of the first people to appreciate Susie Orman's insights about money and Wayne Dyer's ideas about inspiration and success. They became fans of Andre Rieu and Rick Steves before a lot of other people had even heard of them. And they never passed up a chance to learn something, whether it was about advances in research and brain fitness or the history of World War II. In short, they're exactly the kind of people most artists and innovators would like to reach. And in one of the strongest partnerships going, they help us present the very best in entertainment and information and ideas. So why don't you join them in supporting great television by calling us now with your...
...by the record company that produced it. In 1967, Decca Records wanted to show off its new version of stereo sound, so it commissioned the Moody Blues to do a rock version of Dvorak's New World Symphony. Decca wanted to prove that stereo could do for rock and roll what it had done for classical music, but the Moody's used the studio time to record some of their own songs and mixed rock and classical in a way that no one else had.
They told the story of a single day in 7 songs, balancing guitars with the lush sound, minutes to support us for a whole year of great television. So whether you're calling for the first time or renewing your support for us, or whether you're pledging a little,
Gasker's Farm.
Even though the original Woodstock posters actually had the group's name on it, they weren't there. According to Justin Hayward, the Moody Blues had been invited to a socialist rally in Paris the very same weekend. They got together, they tossed a coin, and Paris won. We had no regrets at the time, he says, but later we realized Woodstock had become actual part of pop history. So you know what, leaving things to chance didn't hurt the group in the long run.
We will send you that DVD and the CD. And remember, we make it really easy for you. You can use your credit card. You can do an automatic funds transfer. That's what I do, spread those pledge payments out over a year instead of paying all at once, and it's painless that way. But you do have to hurry because our break is almost over.
You know, you're right, Maria. It's almost time for us to say goodbye. But first, we want to thank you if you called and made a pledge during this break. Thanks to you, we're feeling pretty confident we were able to meet that dollar-for-dollar challenge grant offered to us this time around, graciously by our friends at Starbucks. Of course, we'd like to thank Starbucks for putting up the challenge money, and thanks again for each and every one of you who got over to the phone and showed your support for everything that you love here at KQED. You know, we'd also like to thank our volunteers who have been answering the phone here in the studio. We've got a wonderful group from senior helpers. Yes, and while we're saying thanks, we can't forget the nice people from the Valero Benicia Refinery, yeah, who gave up their time to help, and all the wonderful people. You know, there's so many people just as individuals who help us drive after drive after drive during these fundraisers. Also like to thank Zoe's Cookies and Other Delights in Richmond, the Crystal Geyser Water Company for providing juice squeeze and sparkling mineral water for our volunteers. And of course, we'd like to thank Starbucks Coffee Company again. Not only did they come in with a challenge grant, they help us out with all sorts of goods and services as well. And of course, longtime supporters, thefruitguys.com, delivering fresh fruit to offices and lots of goodies to us. The Strauss Family Creamery in Marshall has been helping out for years, and we thank them. Associated Services, providing coffee and water to offices around the Bay Area, and a lot of goodies to us here at KQED. And KFC of the Bay Area, they're helping out, and the Republic of Tea and Novato, and Western Messenger, serving Bay Area businesses since 1979. So many of these people, Maria, help out, and we just couldn't do what we do here without this kind of help.
Absolutely. We really appreciate all that everybody's doing for us. We know that you have a few more places to put your money than KQED, but we're so grateful that you made the choice to use some of that money to invest in the services that you get on KQED. We know you love the programming, and we appreciate it. In return, we pledge to keep bringing you the kind of television that you just won't find anyplace else. You know it, the kind that keeps you coming back to community-supported KQED San Francisco, a service of Northern California Public Broadcasting and your source for great television.
Special thanks to Chipotle with 24 Bay Area locations for providing dinner to our pledge volunteers tonight.